Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 593. I am your host here to bring you the Brony community for the week. I, of course, am Circuit Main, and I am joined by a wonderful group of panelists that will also be talking about the Brony community for this week. We are joined by DM21.
My fingers are tired.
We are joined by Toa Akoi.
Hello, everyone.
We are joined by Textalion.
Hello.
We are also joined by a big glass of gator wine. And we are also joined by Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Drinking cheer wine.
Sweet. And of course, I do also have a bottle of apple pie whiskey that I'm saving for a little bit later because tonight on the show, we're going to have a discussion we should have had a while ago. I mean that in all seriousness, but I think kept delaying it. But yes, we are not going to be talking about Battle Gem, who has released the first part of their game finally. We're not going to be talking about pony content creators or merch hauls or anything else like that. No, we are going to be talking about the competition. In this case, we're going to talk about another web series of equines that have a toy line and are slowly trying to encroach their way into our hearts and our wallets. Of course, this is the Wild Mains. And the big question of, will it be a Generation 4? Or will it end up being another Philly Fantasia for us? Guess we'll see in just a moment, but before we do that, of course, it's time to warm up our vocal cords. Talk a little bit about what has been going on with us and whatever topics are on our minds of what is going on with us. And we do that with Wub. So I'd like to ask all of you once again, as we ask every week at this time, what's up, bronies?
I wonder when the wild mains will beat the wild stallions.
You can't beat the Wild Stallions. They got Rufus. Well, they had Rufus, I suppose.
I believe it said meet, not beat.
Oh. Well, who knows?
Well, we could have a big brother pony section of just, no men around. Suddenly, men come running through. The men! And then they go.
Well, anyway. Alright, so anybody else have any other Wub time going on with them?
Nothing unusual on my end. Just still recovering from Everfree.
I'm surprised that you are taking this long to recover from Everfree.
Well, whenever you work the next day after flying in and getting very few breaks in between and constantly being called by work, you kind of get tired.
That's fair. Really quick CMC, nothing exactly happened with Philly Fantasia. It just didn't exactly get a good grip hold here in the US, so it was here, it had its fun. I think it's still a major toy line in Europe, but that's about it. There's really not much else we could say about it for the time being. So it just kind of felt flash in the panty, as it were.
Well,
it was there and it was good.
That
It
would
fizzled
still
out
be...
as fast as it came. Fast as it came.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense that there would be different in toy brands throughout the world because before the internet, everything was isolated.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you know, worldwide distribution is still a pain in the world. But yeah, no, I mean, Hasbro couldn't exactly. I think it wasn't even Hasbro that had the My Little Pony line for at the beginning. So, yeah, no, there's gonna be other horsey toys out there that it didn't exactly. It's not fizzled out. It just never got a real hoof hold here. So it's there.
Yeah,
if you really look
over here, but not in Europe. Though.
Yeah, if you really look into Europe, I'm sure it's still going well. Probably about as strong as ponies are right now, which is probably another question entirely. But we'll leave that alone. Anyway, getting back on track here. Let's see. Well, I guess a little bit of wub time going on with me. I finally have freed my finger of bandages.
Ooh.
Now, some people might be wondering what in the world I'm talking about with that. So, what happened a few months ago, I can't remember how many months ago, but it was a while ago. Some will remember when just before a pre-show, I screamed obscenities as I was playing a sword fighting VR game in my bedroom next to a dresser, and my finger came down onto said dresser. After a while, it finally did start to heal up, but it gave me a pretty big black nail that took a long time to fully heal up. And by heal up, eventually it meant growing out long enough so that the black part of the nail would eventually be able to be clipped off and removed. And of course, a good chunk of it did eventually come off. The problem is that some of it came off while it was still on the before the quick. So yeah, no, it was not in a good place. So I had to keep it bandaged while it was nearing its end in order to make sure I didn't disturb it or damage it or do something worse until it grew out long enough for me to finish the job. Which over the weekend I decided to give it a try, and I was able. It's really narrow. It's really tight to the quick, but I was able to clip off the nail and get it trimmed down some. So now we're just at the point of recovery where it's still going to take some time to fully recover and look like a real fingernail. It still looks completely grody, but I don't need a bandage anymore to protect it. And other than a few black spots, the nail itself appears to be fairly normal. So yeah, the healing has finally gotten to its apex. Speaking of which, the leg healing is also going along okay. I still got a slight bruise from a major part of the surgery. It does seem to be lightening up a little bit at a time, so I'm guessing it's just going to take its sweet-ass time to finally become normal and fleshy colored, and I don't have the spots all over my leg anymore. But everything is healing up. I'm back. I'm getting back more hale, more whole, more hearty, and more drunk than I've ever been. Ha ha ha! No, anyway.
Well, you have to make up for the time you were waiting.
Your liver to retirement.
If I drink hard enough, maybe I will retire early. Anyway, well, that's a little bit of my What's Up Brony out of the way. Other than that, we're just waiting for the next conventions to come out, just doing the normal dailies and trying to come up with plans for things that I'm hoping don't fall through just because of my own flittery flightiness. Anyway, anybody else have any other wub that they want to throw out there before we go ahead and move on to the news?
Nothing I can't say publicly.
Well, in that case, we're going to go ahead and move. Well, I mean, that's you, but anybody else? Okay, I'm going to consider that alright, let's move on. So, it is time to wub. Well, we already wubbed. Now it's time to news. We already got the wubs, now we got the news. Let's start off, of course, with a little bit of pony convention talk. Because we already mentioned the convention scene, let's talk a little bit about the ones that are coming up. Of course, this weekend, there was a different convention that happened. It was a complete Ponytown convention, if you want to call it that. It's basically like a music festival that was done on the Ponytown event servers. I actually did go into that and check it out when I had some time to myself. Just kind of sat at a table listening to music. It was the Something Social convention going on in Ponytown. It was a lot of fun. The music was great. They actually had some segments where they talked about animation and some other things in the Brony community, really too, going on too. So that was really awesome. I really like that.
They do have a Discord. I'm sure we could find a link to it somewhere, or it would be out and about.
Yeah, they still have the Discord, and I'll be keeping an eye on it. It sounds like they had such a good time, they're planning on another one. So, yep, we'll be talking about that when it gets closer. Next, of course, we have Camp Equestria UK, which is going to be in just a couple of days. This is a concert that is going to be held at a barn. That is freaking sweet. I absolutely love that. It's just in a few days. I'm really hoping that we get some video recordings or some pictures or something, because it sounds awesome. It sounds like something I would really want to go. But unfortunately, it's in the UK, and I can't go there yet. Speaking of which, we also have Hops Featherfest, which is a... this one is, yeah, I think it might be in Germany, I think.
It's somewhere in Europe, as best we
Yeah, the website was in German, that much is for certain. Looks like this was a fun little thing. I think this was actually it being held on a campground over in Germany. It looked really, really interesting. There wasn't a whole lot more to go on outside of that. But yeah, if you are in Europe and you are intrigued, I do recommend checking that one out. And of course, if you're still in the UK and Camp Equestria UK wasn't enough for you, or you can't get to it, you also got the big convention, the UK PonyCon, that has been going on for a few decades now. Celebrating all things My Little Pony, not just Generation 4, but Generation 1 to Generation whatever comes up next. So, yep, if you really want a big old pony convention, there is a good opportunity for you to really get a massive dose of pony for you. And of course, we also have... Oh, wait, I think Derpy Fest was the one at the campground. I don't know about Hops.
Mm-hmm.
Hops I know Hops was in Europe, though. I know Hops was in Europe.
Yeah. As we try to stay organized, some of these stuff don't really advertise themselves well.
Well, I mean, they got websites for everything except Hops Featherfest, so that's what makes it really confusing, because I'm literally digging for what information I can find. But Derpy Fest, this one is actually on the campground, and yep, the YMCA camp over in Michelstadt. I believe that one is actually in German. But yeah, a reason to go to literal space camp. There is your option to go. There's an option for you to do it. So, yep, a lot of the information details are all here, and it's just in a few short weeks. And it looks like Derpy Fest has been going on for, well, not a long time, but quite some time. It looks like it actually started off back into 2019. Unfortunately, of course, we all know what happened around that time. So they've only had 3 different events, including this one, which is probably why I don't remember talking about it too much, because we probably didn't talk about it too much. Because we really didn't go heavy into the conventions until like a year or 2 ago.
Oh, that's because one, we've been going to them, and 2, it's a way of having some form of community, because we don't have a real show that was easily accessible and could funnel people too.
I think there was a little more involved in that. But anyway, PonyCon Holland is also the next week after that over in the Netherlands. So if you like Holland, there is a chance that you can enjoy some good old pony convention freedom over in Holland. And Ponyville Cider Fest, which is the next US one and the last one for the year, which at the time of this streaming, they haven't started selling tickets for it yet, which is wild to say the least. Apparently there is something holding things up. I don't know what it is, but I can only hope that very soon we should get the word that the tickets are on sale, and immediately we'll have to grab some and try to also grab the bar trot ticket as well, because I really want to go to the bar trot this year. So, yep, that is Ponyville Cider Fest is coming up near the end of, well, pretty much at the end of October. It's right at the start of November, which is also scary because it means I have to leave my house on Halloween Eve. Granted, we only get like a handful of trick-or-treaters anymore, so it's not a big loss, but it still kind of sucks at the same time, you know?
I live in a very congested area right now, so I'm probably going to get a lot of kids. Not a ton of kids, but a good amount of kids early on in the evening.
Yeah. Anyway, so yep, Ponyville Cider Fest is coming up in just 2 months, or close to. It's a little less than 2 months now. But yep, those are our convention scenes. Let's go ahead and hit on the news. So, who wants some more plushies? Official plushies. Well, we're going to talk about them anyway. So, U2s, who has actually been kind of getting interesting in regards to merchandising. has apparently started to tease pony plushies. Of course, we can see this is the back of Pinky and Twilight, but we don't know what's going to be happening. But actually, we do. Because a few days later, we got the front images of Pinky and Twilight. I don't know why Pinky has the bigger head. I think Twinkie might have... I think too many sugary sweets may have swollen Pinky's head there.
She just inflated her noggin a little bit.
Yep. But yes, we got Pinky, we got Twilight, and it looks like they got plans for the entire main six to come out with the U2's line. Of course, right now, all we have is the Pinkie Pie and Twilight Sparkle, and the countdown timer, which will have them, I guess, available for pre-order in just 3 days, 17 hours, 35 minutes, and some odd seconds. So yeah, this is exciting, and I'd be more excited if I didn't already, like, dump a ton of money on plushies from both, both a bunch of different conventions, I might add. As well as the, I feel bad because we talked about the awesome Halloween outfit that they had, and now I can't remember their name.
Symbiote.
Yeah, Symbiote Studios is also doing some amazing plushies. So, I do remember the YouTubes having the Flufflepuff plushie. That was really weird. But I think that was also kind of their launch point for these. So, yeah, we're getting some more official plushies, which is hilariously awesome. I don't know why, but that is more hilarious to me than anything. But yep, more official pony merchandise is on our way, which is really awesome. But of course, we do have other official pony things coming out with the comics. We have Maritime Mysteries, which issue 4 is set to release very soon. And with that, it means we got a 5-page preview of things that of the issue. So of course, this is when tensions ramp up. Jumanji, the pony board, it talks a little bit about more about what's going on, and we even get a little bit of glimpse of the ghost of Pony Past, who, I mean, seriously, if that's the way they looked when they were freaking alive, I don't know what to think. What the hell? But then again, there might be a little more to this. I didn't read this, and I'm not going to, because I want to read it in full in my own comic collection, which I really do got to pick up from the comic book store at some point real soon.
That's quite a lack of imaginative liberty if that's how they looked in real life, and not too, it isn't too different from what there are right now.
Well, I mean, like I said, there might be more of a reason behind it, like maybe they're a genie or something, and that's how they look normally. There's probably more there that we're missing context on, so I'm not going to judge until I can get a better look. But what I can judge is the teaser images that we've been getting from the Storm of Zephyr Heights. With Zip taking over temporarily for the Queen, and of course seeing the wonderful art and expressive images of a bunch of insane ponies. I mean, look at this. Look at this stuff. This is just a thing of beauty. I absolutely am so excited for this. But of course, that also comes with the little teases. Where are you? But of course, yep, we get a full 2-page preview of the Storm of Zephyr Heights, which is soon to be coming out. Of course, this is supposed to be a touch crossover between Generation 4. To what extent, we only have some hints, and I'm not revealing much more than that, because I want people to check it out. Because, I mean, look at that. Look at that face. That face just warrants having to find out for yourself. Because look at that. That is a Zip face.
No, that's Andy Price face.
Hello, doll. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Brony show.
To the madness and us not seeing it in Discord.
Well, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting, and I keep relying on you guys to say something, and you never do until you decide you want to snark me.
You know, being a little bit snarky's our stick.
Anyway, so, yep, big old crossover, fun art. Andy Price is definitely at the helm of this, which lends amazingly to his amazing art style. And how fun it can be. And of course, along with the comics, there is, I think that is, yep, that is it for the comic preview. So, yep, we still got comics aplenty, but how about if you want your own campaign? Well, we got just the thing for you because, oh, that's Celestia in a Pokeball. All right,
This man doesn't know what he has.
I have 10,000 images.
Celestia, I choose you.
I have 10,000 random images in a folder. Yes, I don't know what I have, and I've been caught off guard more than a few times.
Especially when serendipity hits.
Well, how about a Poke RPG? Because Knights of Canterlot has been announced for early release. This was set to be coming out in October, and I was ready for an October release, but no! It has to come out tomorrow!
Haha!
I am not kidding. It has been announced that it is coming out on September 10th. I'm a little annoyed because I didn't have the money for this quite yet. But yes, you can get it. You can pick it up a little bit early, and let's see. But yes,
Renegade is such a nice studio.
But yes, looks like in regards to this, if you pick it up a little bit early, you'll also get a PDF copy of this for your fun. But yes, the My Little Pony RPG book has the Knights of Canterlot source book. If you want to get medieval with your ponies, looks like they will have the option to, well, go medieval, which is kind of funny, all things considered. But yes, we'll talk a little bit more about this when it actually does come out, and we actually have a copy of the PDF to talk about it. But yes, exciting, fun times. I am really excited for this, except for the fact that it's coming out earlier than expected, which is really annoying to me. Now, speaking of which, who wants to do some pony in Roblox?
Again?
Yeah, again. Because other than the outside of the Crystal Tea Room, we now have another update, which adds unicorn magic and more. So the Bridalwood RP server which already added the Crystal Tea Room, now has an update to unicorn magic, like levitating objects, holding and throwing them. And of course, you can have bracelets for accessorizing, more pony names, ability for passive income. I can't believe passive income has to be a big thing like that, but yay, you can earn passive income, everybody! Soon you'll be able to retire on your Roblox monies. But it is still really awesome that they are still updating this game and they're adding more to it. They're not just like, okay, it's out, we're done. They're just like, okay, now we got the Crystal Tea Room, now we got some more pony magic.
We have to profit off of the hard work of children more and more.
Well, I mean, I don't think the children are making this stuff. I mean, I hope they aren't. Granted, yeah, I'm not gonna
just making a joke.
No, I know. I'm not gonna delve too much into it though because there's a lot to talk about. Late stage Roblox capitalism. I think we're already pretty much there, but it doesn't mean we can't enjoy the stupidity of it all.
Okay, someone made an infobot quack.
And?
Nothing. Just pointing that out.
But yeah, Roblox has unicorn magic and more. So if you want to check it out, please feel free to do so. We may check it out at some point now that we have the Crystal Tea Room as well, or we may wait for a little bit more. Because they are small but fun updates regardless.
And we have a stack of stuff we still need to get in on.
Speaking of which, who's ready for more merchandise that you'll probably have to shop on Temu and Alibaba for? Yeah, so am I. Starting off, China is getting even more pony cards, and a food company is setting up for pony biscuits. So it looks like a company called Talala, or Tala. Oh, okay, moving on. But yes, the Tala is partnering up with ponies to come out with biscuits. Because they can. I don't really have much more other than the fact that we're just going to get pony boxes with biscuits in them, which is it's still pretty cool. Still fun. It looks like the boxes are either going to have different covers or maybe little cards or something in them. It's kind of hard to tell, but Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna have little cards that are in the boxes themselves. You got 3 different flavors. You got G4, G5, and G Whiz. Well, I call it G Whiz because it looks like it's G1, but it can also be G. I don't know. Is that G3? Looks more like G3 to me, doesn't it?
No,
No.
Yeah. Look.
It's really hard to tell. I'm just gonna say G Whiz because it could be G4, G3, G2. It could be all the above. I don't know.
The art style's very G1, but I can see coloring and whatnot G3.
Yeah.
Looks like a fusion between the two.
Cookie biscuits or breakfast biscuits? I couldn't tell you. I literally could not tell you.
How
Why?
about tea biscuits?
Why? Here's the image I'm seeing with what's supposed to be the biscuits. It looks like corn chips. It looks like it's just shoving corn chips in there. I don't know what these are. But I don't know. I'm thinking more like tea biscuits more than cookie biscuits. But they just look like mini tortilla chips to me. That's exactly what I'm thinking. But yeah, we still got biscuits nonetheless. Oh, I think did I? Oh, they're biscuits with I think they got filling in them. I don't know. That kind of looks a little like a filling image, doesn't it? Maybe.
Sorta, yeah. It's dark, like brown.
It reminds me of like the Crave.
You
I
know,
think there's
tempted to.
vanilla on the G1 one. I think there's vanilla filling in there.
You know what? I'm gonna try something really stupid here. I'm gonna get my Google Lens because the whole
not Google Lens.
yes, the Google Lens. Gonna bring on the translate function here.
We're going Microsoftic.
Coldly Crisp Retro Time Series. 1 retro card plus 3. Temperature change cards. What, really?
Oh, they change.
Covering the hotspot with both hands. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, they reveal the cards with heat apparently.
Oh, it's similar to the function that the old Transformers have for reveal. Oh, that's neat.
Oh, crap. Hold on. I got vanilla milk sound. Taste, but it's upside down. But yeah, apparently these are crackers that taste of vanilla milk sound. So,
Well, as I said, it reminds me of like the Crave cereal, but different shape.
let's see. Does this one say the same thing here? Classic Time Series, crisps. Let's see. 3 Wen-Yao cards, Classic Time Electronics. Let's see. Cover the hotspot with both hands. Da-da-da. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Website. Anyway, yeah, no, they're really interesting little cookie boxes. But you know what else they're getting? They're getting more trading cards from Kayo. Who I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, those are some cool looking cards.
Yeah, they really do have I'm not gonna lie, their trading cards are something else. I really wish we had the trading cards they do here in America. We got like little cardboard pieces that you honestly, if you even sneeze on them wrong, they start to like fall apart, like they're made out of cheap cardboard or they melt in weird ways. There's the ones from China just kind of feel like they're made out of pseudoplastic. It's really strange, but oh man, they feel resilient as all out because of it.
While I was in line for Andrew Francis, I did talk to someone that was surprised on it, and from what I could gather, he at least had family in China, and was like, "Yeah, I don't know why it suddenly got popular over there again." And I'm like, "Fair enough. We don't know either."
We don't know, but I'm all here for it. Well,
Japan is
there. It is.
Wonderful land of mystery.
Okay, everybody, we find
China, not Japan, different.
It's China.
Oh, China. Okay, I thought you said Japan for a moment.
Nope, but guys, we figured out the mystery. Pinkie Pie is apparently a lemon lime soda. Maud is pina colada.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And Scootaloo is a chicken. But I think I want to say that looks like dragon fruit, but I know that's not dragon fruit. I don't know what that is.
Pomegranate.
No, it doesn't. No, that is definitely not pomegranate. No. No, well, for one thing, I think pomegranate. Well, pomegranates are a
Is
lot
that
more
grapefruit?
seedy.
Mhm.
No, it's not a grapefruit. I mean, the inside looks so much like a dragon fruit, but it should be white instead of orange, yellowish like that. Chinese
I'll
pear,
look it
maybe?
up. You keep going.
Anyway. But yeah, looks like they got a different set of cards. This one looks like it mixes a little bit about the Grand Galloping Gala, the Sea Ponies. I mean, I love that sea pony art right there. That is amazing art. Dear world. I mean, no wonder ponies are taking off over there. They're actually putting in some stupid effort, and it looks amazing. Really, really makes it relent the crap that they keep throwing to us here. Okay, and then you got the typical standing character cards. These are pretty cool though. Get to see the different outfits that they were wearing. And of course, okay, actually, oh, this is cool. Okay, so each of these, you got the you got the SC cards or the scene cards. You got the URs, the ultra rare cards. Usually these ones you might get one or two out of every few packs. Believe me, I know. The super secret rares, which are, you know, in all honesty, they're not quite the rarity they indicate, but they are rare regardless. Because you got the rares are basically your commons. Your SSRs are your uncommons, and the URs are actually the rares. And the scene cards are usually one of the cards that they have that are part of that pack, of that particular design and style that you can only get it in that particular pack. Again, ask me how I know. But they are still really, really awesome. They look really good. The quality is amazing. I'm okay with importing these. The only problem is I don't exactly import them. I find somebody on eBay that's selling them for like $15, and I try to buy them off of auction before somebody else pumps up the price. And it's worked a few times already,
Also,
so yeah. Yeah.
okay, so I looked through. It was either a red grapefruit or a red passion fruit.
Passion fruit. That is definitely passion fruit.
Okay.
Oh my god, Scootaloo eats passion fruit. Everybody, we got it. Scootaloo's a passion fruit. Oh no, Scootaloo's a passion fruit. Don't tell the fanfic artists, the fanfic writers that. Don't tell anybody.
Too late.
Instead, we're going to talk about Ponies at Dawn, who has announced their next album, Survivors. Which I'm really surprised. Apparently, this is the 30th Ponies at Dawn album.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm so shocked about that.
I'm so behind on these.
And of course, that doesn't tell me anything.
I am Survivor. No, I'm not good.
Yeah,
No,
you're going for that one. I'm going for the Rhea McIntyre one.
Anyway, we're not doing either. Instead, we're just gonna check this out here because yep, you can get the Survivors, and of course, once again, it's a pay what you want. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm waiting for Friday because I want to do the Bandcamp Fridays where more money goes to the artists and creators before I pay it out for it. But yeah, it looks like freaking 78 songs on this thing. And once again,
so...
there are 30 of these. And you can get the entire discography for basically pennies if you really, 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 really wanted.
Okay, so at the very least, Ponies at Dawn has had a Twitter since 2015.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm just going to buy them all just individually.
Yeah, just buy the whole discography.
3 albums a year.
Just buy the entire discography. You'll have songs forever.
I might end up with doubles on some of these, but I've lost track for so long I stopped.
No, you don't have to.
Count and
you really don't have to worry about that because the discography only charges you for what you don't have. That's why it has $1.
Yeah, but I feel obligated to give them a good chunk of money because it's good music.
Oh, don't do that. Go ahead and give them as much as you want. You just don't have to worry about double buying the album. You'll still get the albums that you're missing, but you can pay whatever you want for them. So it's a win-win. You just get what you're missing, and you can pay them what you want, what you feel they're worth, and how much you want to for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's awesome both ways around. Anyway, just giving the heads up on that. Next, concept art, because why not? Sorry, I've been sneezing like crazy
Isn't
for the
that-
last few days.
I heard from one of my family members that there's a lot of kids getting sick around this time.
I don't think it's a sickness thing for me. I think my allergies are just acting up because everything else is fine with me. I'm just been really snowy, itchy, sneezy. Pay what you want. You're really what? Oh, jeez, we're just getting into the song puns, aren't we? So, artist Joanne Long has posted a bunch of background concepts for G5. It looks like this is for the Tell Your Tale of G5. Because we got what looks kind of like a really nice water park, or at least a water relaxation area right here. Oh, it just says environmental concept art. Then you got, I believe this is the, wow, those look like leaf massage chairs. I love that. But it kind of looks like the night market of the breezies. And here you got the sea.
Glow in the dark honeybee hives.
Yeah. I mean, oh my god.
What?
If they actually made art like this for Tell Your Tale, this would blow everything out of the water. This is nuts. It's always such an amazement and shame that they never really work on the concept art and they just kind of dumb it down. Oh look, there's Posey.
Yeah.
And there's a pony that's about to get hit when Posey goes down the green slide. Anyway.
Second, it's also
No,
one
Lila?
a monetary thing. 2, how much they want to deal with it,
No.
and 3, how long will it take to animate?
I know. It's always a monetary thing, but dear world, sometimes it's worth putting a little extra money and effort for something like this because this is stupid amazing.
I know, right? They put the money where their mouth was in G4. Why not G5?
I don't think they put their money where their mouth was in G4. I think they just let them have free reign of it, and they were able to make something amazing. But I'm not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah.
Instead, we're gonna
I
enjoy the
don't-
water slide. We're gonna enjoy the water slide and move on to Cookie Town.
Yeah, they let them go ham hog on G4.
Moving on.
Without their strength.
Moving on. Cookie Town. And of course we have the dressing. Look at that.
Is Sonny getting married?
I don't know, but that is some crazy outfitting there too. That is actually, it'd be funny if she was getting married. Could you imagine that? I mean, there would be such a field day with that. Some more sea pony lookage there, including like. Wonder if one of the specials was going to be a sea pony special. That really makes you think.
But instead, got it regulated to the comics because there wasn't enough interest.
No, I think there is still a possibility of a sea pony special. It's just we don't know what's happened to the other 3 specials that were supposed to come out. I mean, the comics did hit the sea ponies, but I think there is still the possibility of a show sea pony. We just don't know sea pony. Here's why. So, the other reason why I brought up the concept art is the unfortunate news that apparently some time ago, and I do say some time ago because this happened back in April, 5 months ago apparently, a good chunk of Tell Your Tale staff left the Little Critter Workshop. The Little Critter Workshop, of course, is the studio that has been animating the Tell Your Tale series. And it looks like several people left the work at some point. The big indication being that LinkedIn pages were obviously looking for jobs. And it's probably the hint of why Tell Your Tale suddenly went to a bi-weekly schedule out of nowhere, and why we may have not heard much about in regards to the specials.
Yeah,
But
that was my thoughts when you brought this up.
the thing is, at the moment, we don't know why. And that's the one thing I want to emphasize. We don't know why exactly. We can easily point, oh, Hasbro just started to trim the fat early. Or it could be there might have been rotations, staff rotation issues. Maybe they needed to go, it was time to go to different studios. Maybe the studio itself decided to drop them. There's a lot we don't know. So I just ask that people reserve judgment until information is gathered, which is 100% the policy here. But for the moment, it does explain a little bit of what's been happening with Tell Your Tale. We already knew that Tell Your Tale was probably going to be the last of G5 for the most part, but we don't know how much of Telltale we have left. But I guess one thing is for sure, we do have another episode. Because Tell Your Tale episode 20 is released, or why in the world couldn't that cat get it through her brain that she was causing her own problems?
Yep.
Because cats are self-centered.
This one's self-centered and a little stupid. But yeah, essentially this one deals with Izzy finding out where Allura is and apparently finding out a way to piss off a cat really easily. You want to know what happens and how it happens? Well, you pretty much have to tune in and find out for yourself. But in this one, Allura caused her own problem, but I do kind of sympathize with her a little bit. But it's just like somebody that keeps slamming their foot in the door and you're telling them, I feel bad for you, but you gotta stop doing that. And they keep doing it. So, yeah. Anyway, also just to throw our familiars out there, we have more Wild Mains episodes. Of course, we have Rest Intentions, or how in the world you can really, you can drive your friends crazy. Well, crazy by stealing their stuff. We have, of course, 4 Left Hooves, which is the dancing episode that I actually got to see a bunch of commenters comment on at Everfree, which was pretty fun.
Image.
Yeah, the image says a lot, doesn't it? Have fun with that one, everybody. I'm not getting into that. And finally, we have the so this show does have music episode with Lights, Camera, Reaction. This one actually does have a music video that goes along with it. And so now we have a song. Just a song. But it's there. So be sure to check them out, especially if you can in the next 15 minutes, because we're going to be talking about these episodes and much more here very soon. But before that, we also have Battle Gem Ponies has officially been released. As mentioned, Battle Gem is set. They have released their prologue in full, and along with that, there will be, I think, 3 chapters of content after the prologue that they will also be releasing. But for the first part of Battle Gem's Ponies has officially, finally, after years of waiting and so many problems, including destruction of data, loss of people, just a whole multitude of messes that can happen with any kind of game development. The game has been released, and hopefully we'll continue to see the rest of it as it goes. Of course, we will be giving a real review of this and a talking of this down in the near future. But if you want to check it out now before we really get into the nit and grit of it, you can go ahead and get it now on basically everything. And I mean that in everything. It's Windows, iOS, Android, Macs, Linux, and even Amazon tablets apparently have the capability of playing this thing.
You know what? I'm going to Google right now, downloading it onto my tablet. I might be playing it for review.
Sure.
Fair enough. But, yep, I do recommend checking it out. It does look like it's a lot of fun. It looks like they really put a lot of hard work into this, especially redoing it a few times. And there is every possibility that this could end up being another staple in the pony gamer genre. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and close that out for now and get to the final little bit of news here. And this is unfortunately this is sad, but we kind of should have saw it coming too. There is current speculation that IDW may be moving away from the pony license.
It's not that unexpected, given that they lost Transformers and G.I. Joe.
I think
they
that
still
was
have Sonic, but that's still a recent purchase.
And Sonic is Sega, not Hasbro. Unfortunately, G.I. Joe and Transformers are Hasbro.
Yeah.
So that does give some slight indication that might be the possibility. There's also a bigger indication because the comic, the charge of the price for Storm of Zephyr Heights appears to be a little bit higher than the comic book series has been. Which also means that it could be Hasbro is upping the license and IDW doesn't feel the need to... Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. Apparently there's a reliable source that IDW is not losing the license. we're waiting for official confirmation. But
So it could be their decision to walk away from it, not necessarily being forced to.
or nothing could be happening at all, and this is just some scuttle.
Yeah, it could just be a bulk to make people go, "Oh my god!"
It might be a little premature panic, or maybe it's just the fact that G.I. Joe and Transformers got dropped by IDW. They may be speculating the other Hasbro licenses might. Or, yeah, I mean, Transformers got picked up by Image. Maybe Ponies would get picked up by Image too. Actually, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I don't know. I don't know what to think, but right now, we basically, other than the fact that we have Zephyr Heights coming up soon, as well as the next Classics Reimagined, we haven't heard of any other comics outside of that, but usually we don't until a little bit later on. So we'll just keep our eyes peeled and ears to the ground.
Also, Transformers and G.I. Joe are owned by Skybound at the moment, not Image.
Sorry, I was just going off of the chat room here. I don't know.
No, I get that. I get that.
Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the next little step here, and I hope Cold Dust is listening in, because our next part is the challenge of the week. The part of the week.
I thought you were going to touch upon this bit of news that you released a while ago. It was someone leaving the step.
No.
Okay.
No, any news I haven't touched on, it either came out after I made the notes or I decided an executive decision not to talk about it.
All right. I thought you you were moving on because of time.
Well, a little bit of time. It is time too, but it's also the fact that there's...
Also, look, we have a Phantom of the Past on the background.
We do. I was just thinking that. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, I'd say he's a perfect person to be here when we talk about our challenge of the week, which was due to a random will. When two fingers get you far in the world. It also has a protest initiative challenge.
The protest initiative challenge this week was it apple pie specifically?
It was apple pie specifically, which made
right,
it all
apple
the
pie.
worse. I'm sure some of you out there who know early 2000s movies are cackling your head off. This was not our intention, I assure you.
What's Suki's intention?
Well, I don't know what Suki's intentions are. Therefore, Suki...
Possibly because he didn't know the protest initiative challenge.
Well, yeah, but it's Suki. He just throws random crap on the wall and serendipity strikes.
Also, can we...
I love you,
Can we
Suki.
just...
Hey, okay, you have to remember, two fingers can do a lot of things in this world.
They really can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, somehow...
It was pretty clever, I'm not gonna lie.
So,
this image of a man who literally, on this show, read off Bad Dragon.
well, no, he... What? No, well, what? Moving on.
Toa, think before you say things.
Yeah, because
I'm recalling what actually happened.
I don't know if that actually happened. That's why we're moving on. Because I think you might be mistaken something.
Oh,
But
that's just
anyway-
crossing timelines.
So here we have Coal Dust, who
Oh,
is...
Deathlight is here.
Okay.
No, really?
Deathlight!
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 He's made it! Hey,
He's
Deathlight!
alive!
Deathlight! It's so nice to see you.
We miss you, man.
Yeah, I bet you did.
We did.
Deathlight!
Yeah, you're in my next
Deathlight!
story.
Yeah.
Well, Deathlight, you're just in here for content creation, and with our challenge being when two fingers get you far in the world, with the protest initiative challenge of
Apple pie.
because apparently life works that way.
Do you like apple pie, Deathlight?
I love apple pie when it's made right. When you can actually taste the apple instead of the sugar that they love to put in instead.
I can
yeah.
absolutely go for that. Absolutely, yes. So here is my little joke on the whole concept. We have Coal Dust with the. I took inspiration not from ripping off Toa's hand, though I admit the irony there does not escape me. But the Futurama episode about the finger wonger. So I just got two strap-on fingers to be able to knead dough twice as fast. It is the stupidest thing I ever came up with, but it's literally
Okay.
the only thing I could think of.
I have 2 notes.
Yes, go
I have
ahead.
2 notes. One, I love how that thing it doesn't look like it actually really does anything. It looks like it's just two prosthetic fingers with joints just strapped to it. It doesn't look like there's any way to actually like make them do anything.
Yeah, no.
Anything like that.
Yeah.
Looks
It's
like
like-
he has
it's
a
so-
hug on his hand though.
So that's note number 1. Note number 2. What the hell did Cole get into? Look at these eyes, man.
He
The-
got high.
The inspiration of able to make twice as much apple pie in a hurry.
There was weed in the pies.
Okay, in my defense, I actually goofed up on the eyes a little bit. I was going to having him looking up wistfully at the apple pie mental image, but I like this a little bit better. He's just like gone. He is so far gone.
It looks like I am so I'm so lost in the need for pie.
Yeah. You know
Which,
what?
in fairness, like mood.
Very much in
You know-
mood.
God damn it! Now why is all I can think of the stupid Family Guy joke for about Disney?
Oh,
It's a wonderful day for pie. You can to ask
Hey,
all
did
the
somebody-
birds in the sky.
They're just, and of
God
course,
damn.
did somebody say pie? Chew. All right, that's why. All right,
Oh, we're in a
yeah.
Disney cartoon. But look how shiny my buttons are.
In fairness, Disney was also somehow, and my factor.
Moving on.
Yeah, stop there, Toa. Yeah.
We're just gonna move on here because we also have the Toa one, which Toa, you're gonna have to explain this because I don't know what's going on here.
Looks like he's just
What? I
flipping it
cannot
off.
flip up a pie. I
How
cannot
dare
flip up
you.
pies.
I don't
It's
think you're flipping. I
because
don't think
Toa
he's flipping. It looks like he's doing the no with the wagging finger thing. I don't know what's going on here.
No,
No, I'm
I
clearly flipping it off.
I
No,
can see
you
the
are.
flipping it off, and I'm assuming that
Yes.
Toa is flipping it off because Toa lacks a mouth and therefore cannot enjoy the deliciousness that is pie, to which I have pity.
I
He
have
has no mouth,
that I
but he must
breathe.
eat.
It doesn't look like he's flipping it off. It looks like he broke his hands in a weird way, where his kind of. I don't know how you would put your fingers like that, but it doesn't look
Yeah.
like it's flipping off. It looks like he's gonna need surgery.
I will be perfectly honest. I thought he was just pointing.
Yeah.
I'm being perfectly honest. I thought he was
No.
just like point. I thought he was just pointing with both hands.
Now, granted, I did put a thumb and a finger and then a raised finger, and then I mirrored it.
Yeah, well, I don't doubt the mirrored part. It does not look right. Oh God, that's why it doesn't look right. You literally got 2 left thumbs, or it's 2 right thumbs. Or
No,
You know
you,
what?
you completely botched hands in the worst way. AI art
Wait,
does
I was
AI
about to
image
say,
generation.
but Circuit. He is a robot, thus he is AI.
There's
He
nothing.
can't do hands.
I
He can't do
I'm
hands.
I'm gonna be honest, Circuit. Like, it'd be pretty easy to flip the hands around if you're a robot, because you just need to, like, remove it from one socket, put it into the other, tighten up some bolts. There you go.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but oh God, that hurts my brain.
How annoying would it be? You lose your right hand, and all you could find is just another left one.
Oh my God, that would that would be
I'd get
horrible.
Nuts.
That would be
Well,
really
I-
rough.
I
God
see
damn it,
what
now-
I did. I flipped it around.
Wait,
I didn't
wait,
flip
wait!
it
Wasn't
around.
that the Inigo Montoya thing? A man with 2 left thumbs.
No. He was looking for a guy who had 6 fingers.
My bad.
Yeah,
I'm
6
thinking somebody.
fingers.
I'm thinking something else. Then.
You couldn't make
Yeah,
up compared to
yeah. I
that.
Damn it, now-
realized I did the hands backwards. If I actually did flip them right, the thumb would be outside rather than the pinky.
Yeah.
In all fairness, Noah, I've made the same mistake. There's a reason I love drawing ponies, and that's because you can't make that mistake with hooves. Not easily.
Nope.
I've also
Two left.
Yeah, I also hate the fact that anytime I hear about detachable body parts, all I can think of is the song "Detachable Penis." Now, damn it.
Oh no!
Anyway, and we also got the cold dust art that we saw for the pre-show. Pinkie Pie making a wonderful pie for Rainbow Dash, who we all know, unfortunately, is a horrible person. Because nobody should hate pie.
Of course,
We
of course.
only had like the cheap store bought versions of pies, so the hellaciously sweet ones.
Oh,
No.
good. Those, yeah,
No, no, Lois. Horses are terrible people.
Peter, the horse is here.
I will say, like,
one horse town.
I know some people who like just straight up don't like pie because they just don't like the
Texture.
combination of the crust and yeah, it's a texture thing. It's like they don't really
Yeah.
like the way that the crust and the pie filling work with each other. And it's like that's fine.
That is
Yeah,
similar
that's
to like
fair.
some people don't like cakes because they're like
Yeah.
it's too moist or it's too spongy.
Yeah, you know what?
I
You
just
know what I
don't
say
like
to people who
cakes
don't
because
like
everybody-
the way pie crust and that go together? We made cobbler.
Yeah.
Haha!
Well, we also got a couple of other entries here. We have my artist training ground entry, which I literally spent 3 days on trying to get it exactly right. I put a lot more effort into this than I have been with other works to try to figure out anatomy and positioning and everything.
Horse joints are weird until you figure out they're standing on their toes. So really, the point that you think is their knee is actually their heel.
Yeah.
I
think this one I just I think this one I just half gave up and kind of like did like a semi anthro kind of thing going on here.
By the way, second, if not for that shadow, that arm would look real weird.
I know the shadow is the only reason that arm doesn't look as horrible as it does. But it was also the other thing I was working on is trying to play with shadows a little bit more and having them look better and stuff. Still a lot I'm still working on, but yeah, there was just a lot more going on here and a lot of effort being put in that normally I don't do, so it's a lot more there. And we also have the Soul Calibur entry. It looks like the Inu and improved Princess Donut Motley chat spam. So now she officially cannot see again.
Yay!
Has no eyes, but she must gaze.
She has no eyes, but yet she must spam. Which, speaking of which, Chaos Sakai also has introduced to us the next part of the first part of the tournament.
Oh,
So-
that's just the community.
Basically, yeah, the fig. Okay, I've been having weird issues with loading lately. I don't know what's going on with this.
I have too,
Huh.
and I thought just because I was on Firefox, but then I've also heard other people complain about it.
Yeah, no, it's been like on Chrome for me, and even though I'm going to be getting off of Chrome because they shut down my ad blockers.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why I got off of Chrome.
Yeah, I just
Chrome has been.
I got like a ton of tabs though, so I still got to work through those. So yeah, with these, it does, yeah, this is basically all of the commentary and stuff we were making while these fights were going on. So if you've already seen the episodes where we talked about them as they went, nothing's new and nothing special. But if you want a good, full-on dose of them, including a recap of everything that happened with the first tournament, which I still say cheap, but anyway, you have that option.
You're just mad because I won and you died.
Anyway, it looks like there was also a little bit of additional because Kazakai
Well,
Did-
also,
Sure.
Commander points out, yes, the AI did not use guns.
the AI is bullcrap. There are so many. I could have beaten the living snot out of everybody's Kalik, and I know.
Is this robot
Is this-
suspicious? Toakoi, a participant in the Brony Show Soul Calibur 6 CPU tournament, has come under suspicion of receiving outside help in the tournament.
See, now, I still think it'd be
The
fun
robot
if we all
could
actually
not
got
be
on
reached
Soul
with questions,
Calibur and duked
only
it out.
adding mystery. An
Oh, I know I would
investigation
lose.
is currently
I got the game
underway.
when it was like only $5 when it was on sale.
But yeah, he added this little bit because of the fact that I complained about Toa.
Robot
I call bull. No, that is the worst smiley face I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
No. Okay. Fine. After thorough investigation, tournament participant Tokoi has been found not guilty in the accusations of cheating in the tournament. The robot has been cleared to compete in the tournament finals. When reached for comment, Tokoi said this the worst is behind us. No. And he looks forward to this match with the CMC. Not really.
No, he's not cleared of all charges. He's clearly using AI.
He, no, the AI interpolates that there is an I part. There is no I here. It's just A. Artificial A. Anyway, going ahead. And of course,
check out
No.
Chaos stuff.
Now, of-
Artificial, yeah, algorithm. Nick.
and of course, apparently another thing has also happened. Our prompts have inspired written works,
Yay, DM!
which I'm actually excited for because this is what I've encouraged everybody to, if it doesn't matter what your medium is, if it's drawing, writing, weird pseudoscience arithmetics, I encourage you to create, and yet the prompts have done that. So now we have a creation.
Yeah, this one's shorter than the one that I brought in last week or two. Yeah.
Which I do apologize. We haven't had a chance to even touch on that one, but I feel like we need an episode dedicated to that.
We need
At
a
this point.
reading stream here.
We feel like it. Anyway, let's go ahead and delve into this one a little bit. See if we can get through it. It does look like the text is a lot bigger, so it probably won't take more than maybe 15
Yeah, I
minutes.
increased the text size.
All right. So, oh, I ran out of gator wine. I ran out of gator wine. Okay, we're gonna have to do this dry.
It's okay. I got my cupcake wine.
I'm so happy for you. All right, here we go. The show must go on. An afternoon of laughter and hooves clapping reverberated through the air as ponies and creatures of all species and ages enjoyed a puppet show being performed on a small wagon stage. The wooden dolls moved their lips and limbs by a unicorn's telekinesis, manipulating the dummies' movements and facial expressions. Thin string or wire attached to the wooden crossed planks helped the puppeteer enact movements such as jumping, walking, etc. A red dragon and a navy blue stallion just happened to walk by the play and looked in the direction of the play and crowd. "Sounds like they're having a good time," the dragon said. "Do you think the puppeteer would be here tomorrow as well?" he pondered. Anybody want to voice, or should I just go ahead and see how many different voices I can make before people want to hurt me, or I hurt myself?
Take all the voices.
Okay then.
Alright, let me open it up.
Hard to say, Commander something, the Navy pony replied. Why do you ask? Have you never been to one before? Commander is a red and orange dragon with a white scaly belly. Dragons tend to have longer lifespans, and a good amount of them are solitary creatures until a decade or so ago. This is our TED Talk.
I've seen in one once or twice in my youth.
Commander Foundly said. Foundly.
Fondly.
Oh, this is me.
That is not quite fondly.
Yeah, that's you.
It's not fondly, and unfortunately, it looks like you were a little too fond of fondly, I might add.
Yeah.
Haha!
Ha
I'll voice the Navy pony.
Okay. Well, we're still on Commander, I believe.
Yeah.
I remember my
autocorrected to
mother
that,
saved
yeah.
up enough bits to take me to a show for my birthday. So we had to be seated from a distance, considering my mother was the size of a house.
Navy.
I mean, where the lines at? We got kind of lost there.
You are on right.
Okay. Right.
The stallion realized.
Blocking every creature's view wouldn't be a very neighborly thing to do.
The blue pony said as he pulled out his phone.
Why did you ask me that out of the blue?
Commander raised an eyebrow in almost a mocking tone, calling the Navy horse blue. Sorry, I had to sneak that one in. Go ahead.
Mr. Blue.
Mr. Blue.
Okay,
Whose line is that right there? It's Huck
Yours.
Collins.
Actually,
If you want to go tomorrow, I'll cover for you. You don't have to beat around the. Oh wait, no, that's somebody else.
okay, that is. Okay,
yeah.
sorry. It was hard to tell because.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that paragraph wasn't spaced correctly.
That's fair.
Okay, if you want to go tomorrow, I'll cover for you. You don't have to worry. You don't have to beat around the bush with me, Tech.
Tech, otherwise known as Textalion, is a dark navy blue earth pony with black hair. He has a mustache and a goatee on his cutie mark. Is blah blah blah. He has a mustache and a goatee, and his cutie mark is a Windows icon, and he has a knack for fixing technical problems for his day-to-day job. And the Brony Show, cruise operations.
Something like that.
we really have to
Tech
have
responded.
someone go through your writing.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Proofreaders can kind of come and go. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot this. Oh yeah, I forgot to put a space there.
Okay. So,
Anyways,
Where were we?
nothing like that.
Tech responded.
I was just thinking of the past.
The stallion spoke softly as he turned his gaze from the crowd of families of ponies and creatures enjoying the story of the puppeteer told through the little figures to the phone before him to check the time.
well, you want to make it?
Commander asked, trying to peer at the phone screen.
I want to be sure Circuit has a great party.
Patting the beige bag, it made a slight ding. Oh, wow. Why did let's try that again.
Ding.
Yeah, let's try ding without whatever in the world my throat just did there. It made a slight ding sound from the pointy end of his left claw digits.
Let's pick up the.
Just as Tech was finishing his sentence, Commander interrupted Tech.
Wait,
He
you
said,
hear that?
Tech looked around and saw the giggling and laughing children.
Hear what?
Tech asked the dragon, puzzled.
The crowd?
Tech didn't have to wait long to receive his answer. A gaggle of ducks burst out of the bushes that was off to the side of the puppet theater, plowing the thick damper puppeteer stallion to the ground. The feathered show stoppers frantically wrecked the small stage in process, leaving the stage wagon and wooden puppets in pieces. Tech put two and two together. The feathered flock was the noise. Commander something heard off in the distance. The pair trotted over to the dazed and bruised performer to see if he was injured.
Are you okay?
Tech asked the stallion as he and Commander helped him to his hooves.
that was a-
It's a little worse for wear.
As suddenly he sounds like the same person but different, and he brushed the dust off from his clothing.
Sadly, I can't say the same for my puppets.
As the unicorn lifted one of them with his magic, its head snapped off. Commander walked towards the remains of the wooden wagon as the unicorn continued.
Seems old Claudia will have to end the show to end the rest of tonight's showings.
Commander looked upon the crowd of disappointed children. A few of them were close to tears. The dragon picked up the broken wood and started fiddling with some tattered cloth materials from the puppets.
Such a shame the kiddos were really enjoying themselves too.
End quote.
Rough, Claude.
Tech commented.
Do you have any spare poopits in a suitcase somewhere off to the side?
Fear not.
Claude replied, letting out a long sigh.
Seems I'll have to Hey, Dragon, what are you doing?
Cloud shouted at end quote. Tech turned around to see Commander putting something together. Tech was a little kerfuffled by his co-worker's strange fixation on the debris on the ground where the stage once stood. Commander responded.
I'm putting them together. Can you tell the audience to wait patiently? Together? Ah!
Claude started.
Even if you made puppets for a living, it'll take hours to fix them.
End quote. Commander, I'm sorry. Commander turned his head to face the skeptical stallion and his friend.
You'd be surprised at how far you get with 2 fingers.
Tsuki held up a catchphrase sign, holding his claw in the peace finger gesture, moving them side to side like they were scissors. Later that evening. Two stallions are walking down the road in a brisk trot. They conversed as a familiar gray Pegasus with abnormal features spoke in a slightly raised tone. Quote beginning. So who wants-
Where
Well, pass your break down to your first line.
where is it?
It's
Well,
highlighted in the.
Man, oh yeah, I forgot that quote break. Damn, man, thanks for reminding me about Circuit's party Deathlight.
DM21 exclaimed.
I was so swamped with work this week, it slipped my mind, and it also slipped my mind to put a quotation there.
No
No,
problem,
sorry.
Dia.
The blue flame mane stallion replied.
It's the least I could do after you helped me pick out that tabletop RPG book Circuit wanted.
Deathlight Productions is an Earth Pony stallion who is holding up a book RPG for nerds. Circuit received $5 for the sale.
God, these nerds. I don't want to hang out with them. They're the worst.
His brilliant blue flamed lantern, held onto the hook at the end of his cane, can light up even the darkest places. The blue cracks on his body pulsate in irregular timing, as if there are multiple flames burning within the stallion. Tonight, though, he has the cane strapped to a saddlebag on his back, as it wasn't dark enough to warrant its use. By the way, Deathlight, apparently you're a flashlight now. Congratulations.
I knew I was good for something.
You were good for a lot more than that, buddy.
Anyway, time for somebody to speak for Deathlight.
I didn't want to take too much liberty because there was no lore dump in the OC.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just having fun with this.
Yeah, we
just-
really
I
haven't
know.
messed with that in a bit.
All right. Anyway, who is speaking for Deathlight other than Deathlight?
Hey, Tack.
I guess I'll do it.
No, I just can't. Somebody else was for a moment there. That's why I wasn't sure.
It was.
By the way, what did you get, Circuit?
Deathlight asked DM21.
Since it was such short notice, I bought him an apple pie.
He had the box strapped to his back to ensure it didn't fall off.
Freshly baked too, luckily enough.
Yum. Deathlight licked his lips.
Oh, did I not go through on that?
No,
No, you did
but
not.
you can go through the next part, which should have a quote at the beginning.
Yeah.
I bet there will be delicious goodies everywhere.
His stomach made a low growl. He didn't have enough time to grab lunch and was famished.
I eat.
Indeed.
You eat?
Indeed.
I don't know, maybe he just wanted the taste of apple pie that wasn't full of sugar.
So hard
Indeed.
finding anything like that nowadays.
No,
It's
no,
so
no.
funny.
I know. DM21 replied.
It stinks we weren't able to help everyone with the party preparations earlier, so we gotta go get back before.
Deathlight passed the distracted Dracone Pone. Once he
Dracone
noticed
Pone.
the Dracone Pone. Once he noticed his friend had stopped, he turned back to retrieve DM21.
DM, you alright, bud?
He trotted over to him, and in the corner of his eye, Deathlight saw the crowd of ponies and creatures gathered off in the distance. He wasn't sure why DM21 halted to look over there until he caught a glimpse of a familiar big red and orange silhouette with draconic features.
Is that who I think it is?
DM21 pondered. No, it was just Clifford, the big red dragon dog.
Yeah, the big red
One
dragon.
way to
dog.
find
Okay.
out.
Deathlight said as he unhooked his cane and ignited the lantern in preparation of the coming night. His flashlight duties would save him that day. Sorry. The pair walked towards the scene of cheering and laughing children with their parents and guardians alongside them. The red and orange figure was indeed Commander something, as opposed to a really burnt Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It seemed he... Okay, I'm running out of gags. I'll stop. It seems he is the main attraction, considering all eyes were on him. DM21 flew above the crowd to get a better look.
What? Okay.
Dude,
Deathlight asked, Just then, hushes and shushing were issued from the parents trying to hear the dragon performer. Deathlight, what?
I know what. I know what
Sheepish?
Declan's going.
Me? About anything? Are you kidding?
I'm sorry, just something he is like, what? Okay. Deathlight sheepishly laughed like a maniac, I guess.
Yeah, I was trying to say sorry in a sheepish voice.
No, it's okay.
I should
I
say
think you mean
embarrassed
sorry.
or nervous, but I didn't know if he would be embarrassed by anything like that.
No, it's okay. Deathlight sheepishly apologized. DM21 focused upon Commander, and he had 2 puppets, one each claw. However, they weren't of the wooden variety. They were made of pony bodies. Commander was unfortunately sent to jail that day. They were made of... I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. They were made of cloth and had glued on googly eyes that looked absolutely ridiculous, but in a fun way. That's more horrifying. A smile grew on DM21's muzzle as he began his descent. He spotted Tech waving to DM21 to come over to the side of the asymmetrical and hopefully sturdy stage. DM21 landed right by Deathlight, and after a short exchange of words, walked over to Tech as Commander wrapped up the comedy routine.
What are you doing here?
Tech asked.
That's my line.
Deathlight said to himself.
You two should be at the Brony Show bar helping everyone. Sorry about that.
Tech began to explain to himself.
This guy was in a bind after a group of ducks came out of nowhere and wrecked this puppeteer stage in dummies.
Tech pointed to Claude and a puppet repair pony. She was carefully putting the dolls back together, utilizing her tools of the trade, including magnifying glasses, paint, and also looking really, really old and like he came from a Pixar movie back in the 2000s.
That was my mind
Shaky hands and everything.
I was initially worried we'd be too late to surprise Circuit. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, it was canceled.
Circuit was very sad that day. There was many booze drunk. DM21 and Deathlight looked at each other in confusion.
Didn't you guys get the memo?
Tech asked.
Nope, my phone died at work.
DM21 explained. Tech turned to face Deathlight. He was about to ask when he remembered what the blue and white pony told him in the past.
I think it's referencing another story.
Maybe.
Old as dirt. Leave me alone.
And his inability to read.
Yep. Tech
Your
continued.
confounded technology.
I'd like the telegram, and that's way I learned it. Tech continued on as he turned his head back to face him.
I barely understood the telegraph system when it was a thing.
Sorry, Commander? Oh, yeah. Tech?
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the... Oh, he accidentally put an apostrophe there. There's no quote there.
No, I see the quote right in front of Commander took the initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
He rolled
Commander
it.
took the
He got
initiative.
really good.
The stage. Well, sorta. And came up with the idea to use the remaining cloth and art supplies he was carrying off to make temporary replacements to finish where Claude led off.
End quote. End quote. DM.
Oh yeah, the end quote. Damn.
That's okay. Quotes are hard. DM? Or whoever
Quotes
was...
are in fact misquoted.
Oh,
Whoever
there it
was
is,
voting...
okay.
Yeah.
Commander made those?
DM21 said in surprise.
Well, color me impressed.
It's astounding he did it in such a short time frame.
Deathlight chimed in, as his doppelganger that was listening in probably quivered a little bit. In
I should ask
frustration.
him to teach me sometime.
The crowd offered the Drake
Get
their
you,
roaring applause and thanks for finishing the show. As every creature started to disperse, Commander noticed the trio and interrupted the trio's conversation.
Hey guys,
Commander interjected as he walked over.
how did you enjoy the show? Did it leave you in stitches? Commander then punched the robot in the mouth because he is not using those puns.
Is that a pun?
Is it? Of course it is.
Yes.
Together puppets.
No.
Puppets.
Well, yes, but technically no. We
Anyway.
just got here, so that'd be a no.
DM21 responded.
Though judging from all the happy faces, I say you succeeded.
Yeah, really? You came through for me.
Claude joined in on the conversation.
How'd you learn to make puppets like that?
After watching the show I was a hat when I what no
Okay, I see that quote.
Yeah.
Holy stroke.
Quote start. Quote
Wait.
start.
Circuit, real quick. I'm just gonna interject. I heard wasn't paying attention for a moment. All I heard was, I just saw this show when I was a hat. I heard.
Sorry, I just realized. I realized midway through there, I was like, wait a minute, no, this is not narration.
So what? Do you go from being a hat to a sweater?
Pretty much.
A sweater to a button to a shoe.
Glad it wasn't
After
underwear.
watching the show when I was a hatchling, I was inspired to make my own.
Commander said.
Sadly, Norm, my mother, didn't have the money to buy anything that expensive, so my mother got creative and helped me make finger puppets from cloth and plastic eyes that was still stowed away.
Luckily, Commander had really thick scales, or else the hot glue gun really would have done a number on him. Commander stretched his fingers out together.
Man, it's been ages since I've made any finger puppets.
Commander said.
I thought I lost my touch long ago.
Especially
You
because
get
of the hot
Max
glue
the
gun.
Bot.
Since you still have it,
Text started.
do you
Your
mind
fingers,
teaching us
that is.
sometime?
Commander accepted.
Of course. Everyone can stand the benefit from this experience.
Speaking of experience,
Death chimed in, rubbing his stomach.
can we get something to eat? I am starving to death.
Everyone belted out in a chuckle, very similar to a 1990 sitcom as it was wrapping up the show, leaving a puzzle.
It's a freeze frame.
Yeah, leaving a puzzled Chad out of the loop, causing him to shrug. After the chuckling subsided, the group walked over to a picnic bench underneath a tree. Commander unbelted the apple pie from DM21's back and placed it on the table. Once every creature stopped changing text while I'm trying to read it, they were seated. No, were seated. Claude sliced the pie into pieces and placed them onto napkins in front of everyone. Meanwhile, the reason that the party was called off was Circuit had fell down several stairs. He was currently in the hospital, and nobody was there to say hi to him.
Except for the robot that was thrown out because Circuit said no, not you.
Because it was the robot's fault he fell down the stairs in the first place.
And now that's what I call a sticky situation.
Seriously, it just says it got canceled. Didn't you read the text? But it doesn't explain why it got canceled or anything. Just like it got canceled.
Well, this
The
was
puppet
just
show.
the
clearly
complete
canceled
shutdown.
it.
a pseudo continuation of the last story I wrote up.
Oh, so it is okay. So it is part of the last story we have yet to read. That's like twice as long as this. Oh god.
Oh
I think
no!
it's funnier to think about that the puppet show because of the ducks just terrorizing the puppet show. That's the whole reason why it got canceled. Nobody really said anything. It just happened.
Just a bunch of ducks. It's just a bunch of ducks, man. The ducks went ape. Wait.
It's ape ducks.
Ape ducks. All right, and with that, that is our story reading of the smaller fanfic. Apparently, it is a continuation or a side story of the other big story that DM wrote, which is double as long, if not more. So we are probably going to have to touch on that still at some point. But for now, we need to move on before we can move on. But before we can move on, we need to do one more thing, and that is picker wheel time. And I'm saying that right now so people can get their prompts ready so we can go ahead and get our picker wheel going up nice and quick. Of course, everybody is welcome to put in their prompt. We just remembered to please keep it PG-13. Yes, you can get... technically, two fingers can get you fired, can be PG-13. It just depends on the interpretation. So yes, just remember
Hey,
that.
Okay, look, a lot of PG-13 humor is making references to things that should be R-rated, just because your immature mind will still laugh at it.
You're not exactly wrong. I mean, heck, Animaniacs was even PG, but they got away with some really crazy shit way back in the day.
It's so funny
No,
to me. Like
I found prints. No, fingerprints.
it still blows my mind that Anastasia is rated PG.
Oh yeah.
Anastasia? Actually, I don't know. That was there something about
Or-
Anastasia that was? I mean, other than...
It is. It's got body horror in it. Really good body
Yeah.
horror.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. You got Rasputin literally falling apart at the seams. So I got...
As well as you just watch somebody literally just fall to their death. It's like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
This can only end in tears.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong, but I mean, I did see A Bug's Life, and yeah, no, the way that the villain dies in that one is completely messed up if you really think about it.
But it's a bunch of bugs. It's different.
Yeah, but
You know what's funny about that? The rating? Planet of the Apes got a G rating.
The original one?
Yeah.
wait, pirate
yeah,
sites
because-
suing each other? Is that actually a thing that's going on?
I just found out about this.
Oh my
Oh,
Christmas!
my
that
God.
is
So basically,
funny.
okay, the guy that owns J-List and there's another one, Jast. He is suing in that site.
Yeah,
If you know,
yeah.
I'm not sure if I should actually say the word on the which
Say
is
it in
weird
Discord,
because
when you mentioned
type in
J-
Discord, don't say it here.
When you mentioned, actually, I didn't know the J list was the pirate site. I thought it was more...
apparently I guess that guy doesn't exactly run official on a lot of things.
That doesn't surprise me as much as it should.
Yeah, but yeah. So I think it may be more the Jast side because I think Jast I think Jast used to do a lot of like fan translations for visual novels.
Right. Okay.
If I remember right. But yeah, basically they're suing that particular website known for codes. There we go.
Oh, yeah, I heard about... Oh, so that's the one that... Oh, okay, no, that adds up a
because
little more.
apparently some of the stuff they've done is on that site.
Oh,
So
boy.
so it's literally a pirate site that commits copyright infringement, suing another site for copyright infringement.
God, help me.
That is
See how
that is actually
holds
kind of
up
funny.
against the copyright.
That is hilarious, but it's also painful. And with that, we're
Life
going to go
is-
ahead and
Life
randomize
is
and
truly
spin.
life is truly stranger than fiction.
It really is.
It's funny. That's what it is.
And guess
You
what?
like doing this?
No.
This is the third time, 3 in a row.
Suki's not allowed in the next round, apparently. He has 1 3 in a row, so he cannot go into the next one. That is a rule that apparently we had to set because of CMC.
Oh my god!
Pirate sites suing each other.
You're
Jack,
hard to
I'm
see.
not-
I'm
I'm-
serving you a subpoena.
I'm not trying to do this shit.
I'm not encouraging it either. I don't know why this happens. So, but we do have the protest initiative challenge.
This is true. We do have the President's Initiative Challenge.
And what would the challenge for next week be?
The challenge for
whatever.
next week will be a picture of a picture.
You know what? That fits so well with pirate sites suing each other somehow. All right.
It
Dude,
kind of
yeah,
does.
Insightful.
Yeah, pirate sites suing each
Unintentional.
I just put silly shit in to make everybody laugh. I don't intend for these things to actually become prompts.
I don't.
Well, you
I
did
just-
last week.
Well, you know what? Actually, considering the fact.
Last week I was kind of hoping. This most other times I'm just putting it in there just because I don't. Okay, it's funny and whatever.
You know,
If it-
considering we also just got the Among Us skins with the Miles Edgeworth on there.
yeah.
I'd say in a weird way, this kind of fits everything that's been going on today.
My
In a
God,
very
it
weird
does.
way. But, okay, so we have pirate sites suing each other with a protest challenge, a picture of a picture. Really quickly, if you want to take a look at our show notes, we also have 2 PMVs for fan submissions and suggestions. Well, one of them is the cheerleader PMV. I actually ran across it, and Coldust also gave it a thumbs up of you should check this out. So I definitely recommend it. It is awesome looking. You really should check it out. The only problem is it is copyrighted to hell. So if I played this, yeah, YouTube would definitely want their pound of flesh. And they also have a song by Do the Daring Do called Feel. And the reason that this is a big deal is because Do the Daring Do was a prolific Brony musician. He still plays his songs, but he hasn't made anything new in a long time. So this is really big stuff.
I haven't heard from him in a long time, so I was kind of getting worried for him.
Oh no,
I didn't hear anything new from him in a long time.
Yeah, he's been popping into conventions and stuff, but yeah, he hasn't made anything new until just now. So this is really awesome. It's definitely worth a look.